guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Decency Graphics here again. So in today's video we're doing a quick tutorial on how to design a wedding invitation like this in Photoshop. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we are here in Photoshop. So first of all, we'll create new, then DL. Actually the client said he wanted it in this size, but if you don't have it right here, you just go to print, then you scroll downwards, then DL. So I'm going to change the name to wedding invites. Okay, then hit on create. So I have my canvas here and I'm going to use gradients, that is green gradient. So I'll come for very basics. Then for the colors, I jotted down the hexa code, so I'll just copy the hexa codes and paste them right here. Copy and paste. Really good. So afterwards, I'm going to change this to radial, and now I'm good to go. Okay, so I'm going to bring in this golden background into Photoshop. Right here, then I'm going to expand it. I'm holding Alt. So those of you who want my keyboard shortcut keys, you can find them directly down here. Yes, so I'll paste it, then I'll change the style to multiply, then the opacity to 30. Yes, so something like this. We good. So afterwards, I'm going to bring in my next PNG file, that is for the borders. I'm going to use this image, so I'm going to drag this one into Photoshop, drag it right here, and let me see the placement. Okay, so I'll keep it around this size. Then I'm going to select my rectangle, selection to, then select this area, hit on Ctrl J to make a layer cut, so that I'll have only this one. So Ctrl Z to back, then I'll hit on Ctrl J, Ctrl T for transform. I'll make a right click, then I'll flip horizontally, then drag it to the other side. Okay, so now I have my good borders. I'll just hit on this, then Ctrl E to merge the layer, hit on Ctrl J, Ctrl T to flip vertically, then I'll drag it downwards. So now I have my borders well created. So now I'm going to create a floral background. So I'm going to bring in my next background, which is going to be this PNG. So I'll drag it right into Photoshop right here, and then expand holding Alt. So as you can see, it's right on top, so I'll drag it downwards. I'll drag it, bring it down. Okay, so we're right here, it's quite okay. Hit on Ctrl A, then I'll center and align it perfectly. It's still too small, so Ctrl T, then expand it, yep, Ctrl T. I don't want the very much to show, so I'll change the settings to soft light, then the opacity to 10. Yeah, so 10. Yeah, so it's not going to be very bright like that. Yeah, we good. So next, I want to bring the initial of the couples, that is a J and A, looking at their names, James R4 Joyce, R4 James, a handful. So I downloaded this, and also don't worry, all the files used in this tutorial will be dropped in the description. So actually I need this one, so I'll just select this place, Ctrl G. I'm going to delete this one too, since I wouldn't need it anymore. Drag this one here. And one thing I usually like doing, grouping my layers so that I'll know where exactly I'm working on, so I can delete this. So we have this. I'll zoom in then. With the help of this, in fact, I don't know the name of the tool, so let's go for it. So with the help of these two, I'm holding shift, then I'm holding my space bar. Yeah, I can drag it to where I would like my area to be. Then I'm going to do delete, hit on delete on my space, my keyboard, and good to go. So Control D to deselect. Then for the initials, I created it myself since I couldn't find the initial. All I had was with a watermark, which I didn't like, so I redesigned the initial myself with Photoshop. Yeah, so I'm going to drag it way downwards. I want my work to be well aligned, so I'll hit on Control A and center it, Control deselect. Then I'll come for this one, hit on Control A and center it. Now it's in the middle. I'm going to merge these two, so now I have one. So I'll come to my layout options, then come for gradient overlay. So I'm going to create a golden gradient for this. This one looks nice though, but this is not what I want. So I'll come, so from my very first color for a hexacode, and I have them all written right here. So I'll copy this first one, then paste it right here, then copy the second one. So Control C, then image gradient. The location should be at 40. Then the color, I'm going to use this color. Then I'll come for my third hexacode, Control C, paste, and then let me keep this at 76. Okay, then paste the code. Then my very last color, I'm going to use this, Control C, then I paste. Okay, so we go. So I'm going to change a little settings, that is the scale. I'm going to use 130. Then with my angle, I'm going to use a negative 152. Yes, so let me drag this thing here, then see. Yes, I like it this way. So we're good. So we are done with our initial. So holding Alt, I don't want to lose my alignments. Drag this to the top. So I'm going to bring in my very first text. So I come for my text to come load it right here. So I'll come to my notepad and copy the very first text, copy, and then select all and paste. I'm going to select the color white. Yes, this is the color I'm going to use. Control V, then I'll turn off all caps, then simply increase the size. Yeah, I'll increase too big. Increase the size of the font. Let me see. Okay, so let's keep it at 14. Then I'll change my font style to book italic. So hit on Control A, then center it, deselect, then I'll drag it to the top, holding shift so that I won't get my work out of alignment. So I'll just make a copy, that is Control J, drag it downwards. Then I'll come in for the names of the couple. So James Afo, Ahimfo. I like using the Afo though. So I would make a selection and paste it right here. And okay. Then I'll come in for the Afo, but I wouldn't like to use that particular font. So I'll just change the font for the Afo. I'm going to use this font, that is the Edwardian scripts. Is more of a calligraphy font. It looks great. So I'm just going to increase the size to about like let me see, it should be bold and like it should be big though. So let's keep it around 53 and see 53. Okay, then Control A to center, then deselect, Control D, then I'll drag it downwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the layer style for this and paste it right here. Where is paste here? So then let me see, Control J. So sure. I don't like it this way. Okay, and it's okay. Control O. Is it? Yeah, it's called so I'll Control 0. Then I would come in for next text. They use this symbol, but I don't like the symbol, so I'll use a correct spelling. So I'm going to use end. Yes. So I'm not going to use the same fonts. I just did a Control A. So for alignment, I usually use it a lot though. So I'm going to use a black salt. That's the name of the font I'm using. Black salt. Yes, so I'm going to use a black salt for this. Good, and let me see, 30 font style is okay. Then still leave it centered, drag it to the top. Then I'll copy, Control G, yeah, just drag it downwards. Okay, like this a little. So the name of the lady, Joyce Apple. Then I would paste it. Paste it right here. Hit on Control A, then center it. Select. So we good. So now we'll come in for our next text. That is humbly request your presence at DR. Yeah, so I'll drag this to the top. Quite okay. Then I'll make a copy of this font. So continue together, make and paste it. Okay, so now we have our word pasted here. And then I'm going to change the font size to 12 so that it will fit. Hit on Control A, then center. Then I'm going to change the font style to extra bold italic. Very well. So I'm going to drag it right up. Then I'm going to copy this, Control J, bring it downwards. Where I'm going to bring in wording here. So have my wording copied. So I'll make changes. I'll just paste it. We good. Yes. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to increase the size of the wording. I want it to be big. Hit on Control A, center it, Control deselect, then drag it downwards a little. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make all these one. Yeah, I'm going to create one text file for all these. It's like there are two down, so the space left is too small. Okay, the top is right. So I would use this. I usually don't like using the text tool. I like copying then editing. That is me. So I'll paste it right here and then change the line spacing to automatic. Then change the paragraph into centered. And I would like to make the extra bold here. I don't want it italic. So Control A to center deselect, then I'll change the size to like 10. Okay, not that bad. Then I'll make it all caps. Yes, so 10 is too big. Let's make it 9. Okay, we're good. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to leave this just like this. Let me center this. Okay, good. I don't want to leave this just like this. So I downloaded this borders. Yes, I downloaded this borders. So I'm going to bring it into Photoshop. Drop it right here. Let me scale it down. Then make a selection real quick. Come from my rectangle tool. I'll make Ctrl J, then delete the other one here because I don't need it. So, where's my eraser? Real quick, let me clean this. Let me decrease the hardness. I don't want this. Good. So I'm going to Ctrl T, reduce the size. I'll hit on Ctrl A to center it, deselect, then drag it on top. So I'm going to make another copy, that is for Ctrl J, Ctrl T, then flip vertically to rotate it. Then I'll bring it downwards. So I'm going to have something like this. Yes, I don't want to leave my rest raw. Yeah. So right after this, I'm going to bring in my next text, which is reception follows at Kuma business. I don't even know this. Okay, so I'll make a Ctrl J, bring it downwards, and then I will paste it. Yeah, so we're good. Now I'm going to select this, change it to, let me see, I'll change it to bold italic. Good. Then I'm going to select this to make it smaller. Yeah, sometimes I work around with this instead of using, then just change my phone to 12. Yeah, that is me. 12 is quite too big. Let me keep it at 11.5. And then I think let me keep it at bold italic right here. Yep, it's good. So we're going to bring in our last text, the RSVP, copy, then Ctrl G and paste, drag it down. Then I'm going to paste this one right here. So the line spacing is too much, so I'm going to reduce the line spacing. Good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste the layer style we copied for the first one into this. Come for my gradient value. I don't want the orange to pop up like this, so let me try this here. Then have something like this. Yes. Then Control O. So now you have your work like this. I wouldn't leave my work like this. I would try and rearrange them, check if my spacing is correct, each and everything is right before I send it. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so everything is perfect. So I would like to say thank you for staying throughout this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your other friends too who are interested. And also make sure you turn on the post notifications because I'm coming to drop a whole lot of tutorials on YouTube so that you don't miss out. Yeah, it's your boy Decency Graphics here, and I'm out.